Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to see how we can start a fashion blog. And we're going to do this very fast. I've previously did a video on how you can start a travel blog, and so this one now is a fashion blog. We'll continue and see how many of these we can create. Alright, but a while back, last year in fact, I wrote this article, which is quite extensive, on how to start a fashion blog on my website. And so it really breaks it down everything in quite detail on how you can start up your own fashion blog. So I'll put this link to this article in the description below so that you can go and have a read through and see if this is something that's of interest to you. But today what I want to do is I just want to focus on the setting up of the actual site itself, getting it from no website to actually having a website. And we're going to do that in Divi 5, and we're going to use a function or a feature of Divi 5 that makes this very fast. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I have this website set up. Okay, it's a very, very basic website, and it's got no styles. Well, it's got styles, but the very, very basics that it comes with. All right, so we want to then turn this website over to a fashion website, fashion blog. How can we do this? Let's go and jump into the backend. So you can see it says a travel blog here because I've done the travel blog one recently. Okay, so we go and we just jump into Divi and we go to the dashboard. All right, over here we get a wealth of information about Divi, but what we want to look at specifically for this tutorial is we want to have a look at Divi Quick Sites. All right, so Divi Quick Sites is something you can use to generate a new website, but it's either using Divi AI or, and this is the big one, pre-made Divi starter sites. Now Divi is still adding, or should I say Elegant Themes are still adding starter sites to this as we speak. So it's not a finished product as yet. We're still getting more and more and more of them. So down the line, it's probably going to be another, like what the templates are at the moment in the theme builder. This one is going to be quite similar to that. All right, so let's go and generate a new site by clicking on this button over here. And it asks us, do we want to use a pre-made starter site or generate our site with AI? So in this case, we want to use a pre-made starter site. I'm not such a big fan of AI, and hopefully one day I'll make a video on it. But for now, let's just focus and click on the starter site. All right, so it says choose a starter site. Now, this list is getting longer and longer and longer every time I come to it. So I really feel it would be great if Elegant Themes could just add in a filter section over here, like what they do with the templates, so that we can just say, okay, I want business, or I want something, and it'll filter it down. So we don't have to scroll and scroll and scroll all the way down. But alas, today we have to scroll. So we're looking for a fashion blog. So let's scroll. You can see everything is quite easily labeled, so we know what it's all about. So we just go through that. There's a beauty one, okay, but we don't want beauty, we want fashion. We want fashion. Everything is fashion. And we keep scrolling, 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 and scrolling, and scrolling. And there we go, fashion. Quite easily. I don't think we can mistake that. So we want this blog. And you can preview it by hitting preview here, but it's not a case of where you can go and view a demo. It literally just gives you the screenshots of the, oh, I can show you. Let's click on it. There you go. So that's what it pretty much gives you. So you can get an idea of what it's going to look and feel like. All right, that probably could be improved as well, but I suppose it's going to come with time. Let's hit start with fashion. Okay, so by clicking this, I'm now going to start building the website. So we want to build a Divi 5 fashion blog. And I'm going to leave that there like that. You can upload your logo here just like normal, but I'm going to leave it with just the Divi logo at the moment. And then you can choose what pages do you want to install. So anything you deselect here, like I don't want the shop because I don't want to install WooCommerce. And I probably don't want project. Do I want a project for fashion? Okay, let's just keep it. What do I know about fashion? If you've ever seen me dress, you would be asking the same question. All right, so customize fonts and colors. So this is up to you. you can come in here and you can actually set all of this to the colors that you want. And then once you're happy with all of this, all you do is you say generate and publish my website. So if you click on that, it's then going to run through this. Now this takes probably, from my experience, up to about 2 minutes maximum. Sometimes it finishes in 45 seconds, sometimes it finishes a little bit longer, but it all depends, I think, primarily on which site you choose, how image heavy is it dependent, and also depends on what hosting you're using. All of that's going to play a part as to how long this is actually really going to take to load. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about it. All you do is just head off to the kitchen, go and get yourself a drink, whatever your favorite beverage is, and by the time you come back, it will likely be finished. So it's already almost there, about 75%, and so hopefully it's going to be quick. Come on, this is supposed to be a quick one. Alright, so we're getting there, and there, website build complete. And once it's done, it says your site is ready at the top here, and it tells you what website pages it's created for you, and it also tells you what theme templates it has created for you. Alright, so you can go and you can click view my site, and you will get a shock. Alright, this does not look anything like the thing I saw earlier that I selected I want my site to be. Now, my theory on this is that when you first set it up like this, that your CSS styles are not loading correctly. Now, to overcome that, all you need to do is just go edit with Divi, and then just save it. And if you exit now, there it is. There is your fashion blog. All right, looks quite beautiful. Maybe the colors could use some work, but generally the style, the look and feel, quite nice. All right, let's look at some of the other pages. Hit about. It's got all the information you need. This is quite nice, the way they've done the footer area. Okay, we've got a contact page. Yep, there it is. Got a portfolio. Do I have anything under my portfolio? Very nice. Even got the hover effects. All the animations. Okay, what is the project? So project will just be my posts. Okay, then what would be the blog? Blog is still this lovely, gorgeous layout. All right, I feel like maybe this layout would work here as a fashion one, but because my images that I'm using here are obviously not fashion oriented, so it doesn't look so great. But if you want to have one that's more traditional kind of look and feel, where the image is on the left and the writing on the right, like Google search results kind of thing, I do have a tutorial on that, which I can link to in the top corner here, that you can go and view on how you can change this particular layout into that. Okay, so essentially our website is pretty much done. Now what we can do from here is we can just go and customize. How do you customize? Well, it's the same way as anything. You just hit edit with Divi, and once it loads up, you can just go and customize everything to your heart's content until you get the page that you want. You save that, exit, and then from then onwards, because it's a fashion blog, you just go and you just add all your posts, and from there your website's ready to go. Now once it's up and running, you can always go back to my article and see like how you can create engaging content. There's SEO best practices and so on and so on. Even further on, there's monetizing your fashion blog, maintaining. There's all kinds of things inside here that can hopefully help you to further your fashion blog into even a bigger success than it really is. All right, so that's how you can quite easily set up a fashion blog. I really hope you found this helpful and that it makes a difference for you. And if you did, do remember to hit that like button to let me know, to keep me motivated to build more content. But talking about building more content, I will, as I learn more about Divi, create more tutorials. So be sure to subscribe to join me on this journey and ensure you don't miss out on what's coming next. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.